Hello, everybody. Welcome to Walk Purpose Podcast. This is the season finale, y'all. Season 1 has been truly, truly amazing. For anyone that's new, your first time listening to Walk Purpose Podcast is on every single Sunday on all major platforms. We also got a YouTube version where you can see our faces. Sometimes we're smiling like he is right now, see? And sometimes we're laughing, we're joking, and also about blessing each other, about bringing on the next story, about pretty much uplifting of kings around the world. I am here with my best friend, my gym partner, my road dog, brother for life, friendship for over probably damn near 30 years. Probably
Yes, sir.
a long damn time. Kavon Burton, feel free to introduce yourself, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Kavon Burton. You can catch me at Kavon727 Leo on Instagram or K Burton on Facebook. Or Vaughn's Auto. That's my mechanic business for now. Which we just glad to get things moving, man. Everything we got going on, brother. I'm just happy to be a part of it, man.
Yeah, and let me just say this, put you on the spot pretty much. And the last time we recently spoke, and you were saying you were currently going through the progress of dealing with depression. And for my personal uh, viewing point, I got to see you just transition and make those steps to kind of climb out of that. How you feeling right now currently?
To be honest with you, more of a sound of relief.
Okay.
Especially over the last week or two. Has definitely been a rough ride, especially from the last time that we spoke. So, one thing I can say is that God's blessing, man. You
Yeah,
know.
yes. Man, that's truly amazing. Like, I am, dude. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
Not just in the gym and lifting weights and being like that, but just as far as lifting yourself up mentally,
Overall, man, that's
having
how we
those
do.
moments we talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just proud of you. That goes to my next question. Like, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
Man, it's a lot of things. One thing about me, man, the friends that we keep around us, is one, especially in you, brother. Like, we have came a long way, especially with the start of this journey. And to be honest with you, to have you, by my side, man, as we get things moving along, especially a person that definitely went through depression period themselves, you learn. And one thing about it is that if you use your eyes, and open your heart, open your mind, you can watch people as they progress or at least go through their transition of being the best them. And when you got a good support team, man, it really makes a difference. I mean, it could be anything, man. Children, other adults, music, just going for a joyride, the gym, and just having these good conversations, man, to let you bring out the best in you. I mean, even the worst at times, but that's up to us to adjust in the process. Not just ourselves, but for other people. That's what helps that process out. To be able to adjust on the fly. Um, Knowing how to deal with different people, attitudes, um, just their way of life, period. I've been through a lot of things. I know you've been through a lot, and we just help each other adjust to what's going on out here in the world. I think as far as uplifting the next person, has to be something that you have within yourself to help bring that other person out. Because if they don't see you really bringing out your best, they're not gonna bring out theirs. So
True.
bringing your A game is a serious factor. So, as of right now, man, like I said, just staying on that straight path. I know we had our bumps in the road, injuries and stuff like that, and even kind of slipping back into it every now and then. But like I said, that support team, man, I'm really grateful for it, and I thank God, bro.
Yeah, let me just say it's definitely a two-way street. As far as because I can call you for advice too.
Hey,
And
man,
let
that's what we
let
do.
everybody know that it ain't just he ain't just calling me for advice. I call him advice too. So it's two-way street. There's never a moment where you're too strong to reach out to anybody. There's never a moment where you're too strong. Like, you know what? I'm good about myself. I'm good. I'm on the island by myself. No, keep your same circle of friends. That's been your support system. Keep those same circle of people positive people that had your back from the beginning. Keep those people around. So even when you do feel like, you know what, I beat this, I beat depression, or I beat anything, keep those people because sometimes it comes back. That goes to my next question. What do you do when you have those moments where, like, let's say a setback in life or something like that, like we had those moments of negativity? What do you do about that?
To be honest with you, I used to shut down,
Okay.
and freeze up, brain lock, all that good stuff, because everything comes at once.
Mhm.
These days in time, man, it's just knowing who you can turn to, who has that listening ear or that shoulder that you can cry on, man. Um, just pray every day. I pray that things can get better. I pray that all my friends are happy and a better way of living and a better way of life. And as long as I see that happening, even with my child or anybody, I pray for the world. So long as I see progress within the people, I know God's doing His job, and I know, we all have a mission, we all
Yeah.
have a purpose.
Yeah.
And as long as you stay on that path, or at least notice the path that you want to take. You know what I'm saying? It makes it all worth the while.
That's a good point,
So,
man. That's a good point. Like I learned to when I was going through depression, and to this day now, like I learned to pray every single day. Like if anybody's listening, pray every single day. Like have an honest conversation with God, like how you feel. Not just oh, let's have a great day. No, say how you feel. Like you're having a conversation. Like say what's on your mind. I pray every day. I pray for you every day. You know what I'm saying? I pray that every day you get up, your spirit is got that
yeah.
drive to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, thank
and
you,
that
brother,
leads
man.
yeah, and that leads to my next question. We pretty much formed the great brotherhood. We got a circle of friends that we share, David, Craig, Lawrence, CJ, Chester. I'm forgetting your name, sorry. You're part of that circle also, you know what I'm saying? So how important is it to have a strong brotherhood in life in general?
Whew. Um, to be honest with you, with the world being faced towards, women versus men, and man versus animal, and so on and so on, is that um just all about keeping it together. Us as men, we fall into a bracket where we don't belong, or we don't have the strength to continue. And to have that strong brotherhood, man, I mean, a group of brothers can be so strong. Many voices can be heard. One can be silent. So, once you get things going, and once you get the men around you that been through the same things, or feeling the same type of way, and once you express that to another person, um, it brings something out of you. It brings you out of character a little bit, because it's letting you tell what's really in your heart, not just what you're thinking. Because normally what comes out of your heart is what's real.
Yeah,
What you're thinking is something that could be a fantasy. So with my brothers, hey, if we can build together, if we can stay strong together, if we can help each other out, that's what I'm here for. I want to help the next person. I want to help the next man. I want to help the next woman. I want to help everybody if I could. If the opportunity was in my hands to say, hey, I give you to be God for a day, what can you do? I'm gonna do everything possible.
it's big.
I might not be able to make everybody wealthy, but I'm gonna make sure you're in good health and you're safe, and nothing can happen to you. Um, One thing that we have as a brotherhood between me and you is that we understand each other. We've been through things together. We have been things separately, but we bring those things to the table and we brainstorm. And as much as we brainstorm, it helps you to figure out a situation, not just on your own, but other ideas that can come into the picture that can make it better.
Right,
So,
right.
um, I can't really say my blood brothers technically, as far as like my immediate family, but even in that aspect, I look at things and I say, well, I have a little brother and I have an older brother. And my older brother passed away, but even before he did, I still became the acting big brother. So, when you're pushed into that role of trying to be better or trying to help somebody out, you just want to just put that energy somewhere we all can, stay together. Stay together. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. That's a good point because with us, like I'm gonna get right back to you, pretty much like our friendship, just in general. It's been times where like I'm going through something, and instead of holding it in
Right.
and like being like, "What's wrong with you?" Instead of giving that nothing, you can tell what's on my mind by just looking at me in our friendship, pretty much, and that helps. That helps that bond. That helps me get off of my chest of what's going on. You know, especially being this year, being a black man in America, it's hard enough.
Right.
You know, hard enough walking outside your house and being scared of what's going on. So imagine tackling on mental health also, tackling on
Ooh.
depression also. So we also got a lot of pressure on us. So I think the worst thing we can do as men, if anyone's listening, is isolating yourself. Like we can say, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. You can say, I'm fine, and take yourself into the grave. That's not what we want. It's okay to be like, bro, I'm struggling, man. I need some advice, or I need that listening ear. Sometimes you may talk to a person and you may not have that advice. Sometimes that person just want to get everything out.
Yeah.
How you feel? That listening ear. You
Yeah.
may say, I hear you.
You're
We'll
right.
figure it out. You know, we
Yeah.
did that before. Like, I hear you. We'll figure this out together, man. you know?
And it hit hard, man. It really does hit hard. I mean, when these days of time, it's a little harder to adapt to one another, especially with the pandemic going on
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But you find ways. This is why it's called ideas. Everybody brainstorm. Let's put some things together. Let's see how we can come together. I mean, these days of time, we use a lot of social media and live stream pages and stuff like that to get that message out. And to
Mm-hmm.
be honest with you, information can be transferred. Word of mouth to the next person that's beside you or on the other side of you. So, it's all about just speaking it out. You speak stuff into existence and it can happen. And to be honest with you, man, I pray for every last person every single day. I mean, people get mad at me, man, because I say 45-minute prayers before I eat my food and got cold
Hey,
again.
I love it.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? But I want to make sure I don't miss nobody. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, pointing a little bit earlier. Guess who I ran into? Not ran into, but guess who I spoke with?
Who?
Mo.
Oh,
You see what I'm
okay.
saying? So
Yeah.
is when I say God works in mysterious ways, man. Like He really does, and it brings people out of the storm or out of the darkness to start to come around. Let's talk about it. What's up, man? Let's talk about what's going on. How's it been? Talk to me. Speak your mind, bro. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to do any of that. If anything, if I can help you or you can help me, hey, so be it. But it's the point of contact is where a lot of people kind of throw themselves off because they don't know how to approach another person. I mean, you got men that's scared to approach women sometimes. So I mean, you got some men that's scared to approach other men on certain circumstances. But I've actually been a part of something that I've seen one of the hardest people, you know, big thug guy, go down in tears. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because all it takes is that one person to listen and can envision what you're saying, to paint a picture so that we can both come to the table and say, you know what, let's try to handle this another way. I'm not looking at another man saying, "Oh, just because you're crying, you're a punk or you're a bitch or whatever." Like, nah, that's not what I'm about. Get
exactly.
that stuff off your shoulders, man. Because the same way that you're introducing this to me, guess what? I got a story that I can tell you, and we could probably put our heads together and figure this thing out. You
Facts.
know,
Yeah.
that's
That's
just
a good
how it is, man.
that's a good point on that last topic. Like society has painted a picture of men showing their emotions and men showing their feelings and men expressing themselves as soft. That's not the case.
All right.
For anyone's listening and your feelings, it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to express yourself. In the day, guess what? You're not a goddamn robot.
Right.
You're not. You're a human. I don't care how many muscles you got, how many degrees you got, how many black belts you got, whatever your past, you are still human. It's okay to express yourself. As I'd rather a person tell their story to their friend and vent than listen to their story when at the funeral saying, "Damn, I wish I listened to him,"
Exactly.
and just how deep that is. I remember when I was going through depression, and at the time I thought like I'm alone. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time I thought like no one understands what I go through. At the time there wasn't like, pages like this and other pages like, that wasn't there. So you're fed this lie on social media. You're fed this lie on men going against men for showing their emotions and women going against men for showing their emotions. And they wonder why, like, why he won't express himself to me? Because society has lied to us saying that we're soft. We're not. It doesn't make you soft at
That's true.
all. Even if you're showing emotions, you're crying. It's that's therapy to get that feeling off. Just get it off. It's okay to do that. Anyone's listening, it's okay to have feelings. You're human. Cannot
Oh,
say this enough. You know?
it is. It is. It is. I've once been labeled a sensitive guy,
Me
and
too.
to be honest with you, man, being sensitive is it's not making me a punk, man. It's making me more sensitive to the situation.
Great.
Situation. I'm sorry. Um, like anytime I may talk about my daughter, or anytime I'm bringing up somebody else's situation, like missing a family member, or death in the family, something like that. It really takes a toll on you,
Hmm.
mentally and emotionally, because you try to stay strong for a person. Like, you can always walk up to a person and say, "Look, man, stay strong." But in the inside, shit, I can be getting eat up like, "Oh man, damn, this joint y'all hurt me." I mean, it ain't even gotta be my family member. It ain't gotta be somebody I even know. But just to transfer that sign of emotion at the moment is what gets you. It's like, I want to take some of that pain off your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could sit here and cry for you, I would. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Well, I can cry
Yeah.
with you. Let's do this. But you know, some of the brothers I have, I won't technically say you can do that around them. I mean, probably more of a judgment thing.
Hmm.
But then I have the few, like you, that don't judge you. Just let it out, man. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather you let it out, and let it out now versus you do something crazy later because you held it in. And one thing I can tell y'all out there in the world: do not hold it in.
Great.
From experience, do not hold it in, because that's one thing I feel that was holding it in and not expressing it like I supposed to. And at one point in time, you can miss your support team because they might be busy or something else, and you don't blame them. You just say, when that person get done, I know they always come back and we can talk about it, and get it taken care of. But
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, overall, that's definitely a strong topic that I think more brothers need to get into, as far as getting out of that zone of society as a punk, or a bitch or something. Like,
Hmm.
that shit is way overblown at this moment, and at this time that we're going through something. I don't want to walk past somebody and be like, "Oh man, you're a punk ass bitch." Like, I don't know that for real, and I'm not the one to judge you in that aspect, because guess what? You could be the sweetest person in the world, and I'm not knowing it because I'm ready to judge you or prejudge you, and that already sends a bad signal or a bad vibe from the very beginning, and that's what starts stuff. Is that
Yep.
you're trying to create you're trying to cross over a vibe that it has already started to form into anger, or you
Hmm.
know something like that, and it makes it worse. So when you do step on somebody's shoes or something like that, they ready to beat you up because they're already at that level of no return, in their life.
Hmm.
I can't say I'm in the point of no return, because I mean, it's been times where I've been ready to give up.
Yeah.
But you brother,
Yeah, bro.
man, all I can say, man, is like, it's been plenty of nights where I've called you and be like, "Hey, man, I just need to get this off my chest." And to be honest with you, after I did, I slept like a baby.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's the important thing, and this ties into like um, many love too,
Yeah.
and sense of like some guys are really you talking about no, because the sense of I'm gonna give you a prime example, like me and my father, right? So this was like last year, 2019. This is the first time I'm speaking on stage, about depression and suicide and that type of stuff, and I'm telling my story. Long story short, my dad was supposed to come, but he had to work. Unfortunately, he had to work real late. So, I go home. I'm in the car, whatever. He calls me saying, "Son, I'm proud of you. Son, I love you." I'm 34 years old, right? I never heard that before. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Matter of fact, son, I'm come give you a hug." I'm like, bro, I ain't never with my dad before. So I'm like, imagine if I would have got that love back then, how easy it would have been for me to express my emotions towards anybody. How easy it would have been to express my emotions in relationships in my past, you know, instead of me expressing how I feel in a relationship in my past, instead of just getting mad and just cursing her out for calling me salt.
Yeah.
So my thing is, we have to end this stigma that men don't need love. We need love.
Oh, yeah, a lot of it.
We need it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even if you married, single, whatever the case, you still need love.
Yeah.
When I say love, I don't mean just the physical. I mean love like, hey, bro, I'm calling this checking on you, see how you doing.
Exactly.
I'm not calling you for money. I'm not calling you, hey, bro, what's up with you? And that's something
Right.
that me and him do all the time. Hey, bro, you
Yeah.
good? You take a drive? You straight? You good?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I missed the gym. It's cool. We got tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a whole new day. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to any man's listening, you need love too. And so does your friend. Check on your strong friends.
Yes.
Not just the ones who you think are going depression. Check on your friends.
Yeah.
You may know they may be hiding that emotions, and you be like, from the other end of the phone, like, damn, he checked on me. That felt kind of good.
Yeah. You'd be
That's how I feel.
surprised, man.
Like, you be like, bro, what's up? I'm like, what's up, broski? I'm like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
It's
I
just,
already know he called and start some shit today. I know that's what it is. It's all good. But you know what? You bring out the best in people, man. Like, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you what really did it for me. At one point in time is that when you transfer me over to the cursing pastor, and to be honest with you, man, like I got hooked on it after a while because I was like, man, like I know this guy just says whatever. Sometimes it's actually really good topics. Of
no,
course I'm
really,
blocked now, but it's actually some good topics, and I feel like the only thing about a live, Instagram live or Facebook live or something like that is that I wish it was a way that we can bring some people in, from the outside, what you call it, the
like
people that
on Zoom, right?
yeah, yeah, like
Okay,
bring the people out of the comments and put them, in a real life situation. Bump talking on the phone. Let's just bring them on video. That way we might not technically face to face, but we can see each other. You
yeah,
can
yeah,
see
yeah,
my
yeah,
emotions. You see what's going on, and I'm not shying away from. Okay, I'm on the other line. I'm on the other end of the phone, and you can't really see me or what I'm thinking or how I'm feeling. You can't see none of that. And when you're talking on the phone, that's how you kind of get misled in the conversation
hmm
because at the end of the day, when somebody's texting you and they're calling you on the phone, like you can misinterpret a lot of things like that,
true.
But at least if you see me face to face and I tell you, nah, you can see in my face whether or not I'm like, oh man, forget that shit, man. Or it's like, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think what happens is when you get into a trust process with people, or I mean, just things in general, it tend to throw you off because sometimes that response is not what you're looking for, or sometimes it might not come out right, or
Yeah,
it can be very misleading because what you think can be a little sarcastic, or you can be a little angry response. It might not be that way coming from that person, but
hmm
just because you feel some type of way, it can misinterpret that whole thing,
yeah,
and that's one thing about the whole face to face thing, man. I'd rather talk to people face to face because it keeps it easy. It's like,
it does.
you can feel this vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna be happy. But if I come to you and I'm feeling some type of way, you can be like, oh man, these vibes I ain't feeling it today. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on with this?
Yeah,
And you can be in such a good spirit, but if the other person's vibe is not good, it can definitely throw you off. So it's a good thing that you keep people in your corner that have good vibes, man. I mean, we all go through things, and you're not supposed to be 100% every day when it comes down to being happy. But if we use each other to uplift each other, I think it'll be a better purpose in living.
It
I
will
mean, a
be.
lot of people got greedy over the last, um, I even say, shit, 20 years for real. A lot of people got really greedy, and with that greed, I think it turned a lot of people sour, and left bad taste in people's mouths when it comes to helping or satisfying or anything like that. It's just blown out of proportion these days, and it sucks because you got people out here that really got a good heart. You know what I'm saying? And they can be taken advantage of. I feel like a lot of these relationships can be thrown off from it. If you got a good heart and the other person doesn't, but it's just something that attracts you at the moment. Those situations you got to be careful because if you're trying to start relationships off and stuff like that, that's not going to turn out good. And
It
I hate
never
to say it
will.
like that, but it's not going to work because a part of that good heart you don't want to destroy. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And a lot of people destroy a lot of good hearts. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all had our little heartbreaks and stuff back in the day, but that's different.
Hmm.
That's different than somebody stealing something from you or somebody burning that trust or, you know, going behind your back. Like it's a lot to it, man. I mean, I know we can't touch bases on everything, but it's just a glimpse to people out there in the world that we just got to be more careful with everything that we doing. Be very careful.
We can actually go there actually, because that reminds me of what I dealt with in my past. You know what I'm saying? Like being that super nice guy, thinking that everything is going to work out so good, and then that super nice guy gets screwed over, and that super nice guy becomes an asshole,
Yeah,
or he might become, you know what? I don't trust anybody. So now I'm keeping my wall up, like
yeah,
forever. I'm done. And it's something that reminds me something my fiance said after we got engaged. And I was telling her like how I kept my wall up pretty much. She said, no, it took a real one. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like sometimes in relationships, you question yourself because of the results of the relationship that didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So you question like, damn, am I good enough? Yeah, you good enough. Any man that's listening, yes, you are good enough. Just
yeah,
because this didn't work out, you're divorced, whatever the case may be, you are still good enough. Remember that. Keep your standards high. Oftentimes, I think as men, we put everybody else on a pedestal except us. We put her on the pedestal. Oh man, she got a nice body. We put her way up here and put myself way down here. No, we gotta stop doing that to ourselves. I done it in the
yeah.
past. To be honest with you, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I've
So
done it too.
yeah, all of us have done it, but we gotta stop doing it. We kings. We kings.
And,
We gotta start putting ourselves up here where we belong. That doesn't mean that we're arrogant. That means we know who we are.
yeah,
And that's the reason why I say uplift kings. That means you know who you are as a man. You walk with your head up high.
that's it.
That means no matter what the outcome of any situation in life, I will keep going regardless. I know who I am. I got tunnel vision. So that's what that means. And this goes to my next question. During your process of battling depression, battling negative thoughts, what moment in that process of battling did you feel like, you know what, I'm proud of myself for this moment? Anything.
To be honest with you, man, I think the best part about it was the gym. To be honest with you, a lot of things that I start, I won't say I don't finish, but when you multitasking and with depression and trying to handle all the stress and all these 50 million other things, man, it really knocks you off your course. And I think if it wasn't really for the injury and stuff like that, even though you see, I still try to, come even with the
Oh yeah,
injury, is that,
yeah.
I don't want to be defeated. And I remember last episode when I spoke about my mom saying something about my head being down, and she was like, it just looked like you've been defeated.
Mm.
And I don't want to be like that no more, man. I just want to be strong. I want to keep my head up. I want to look straight and just be strong. You know, what hurts, I think, is that some people that that's spiteful or have this mean demeanor about them will come and try to knock them walls down. But long as you stand tall and you keep your stuff in a narrow path right in front of you, you ain't gotta worry about them trying to sneak up on you. You see everything coming. Every door that opens up, you can see them. Every path, you see everything with a clear eye view. And right about now, the gym has definitely been a point where I can express myself. All the anger and frustration or stress or whatever I have built up inside of me, man, it just comes out. I can lift till I can't lift no more because I feel like that pain that I get from lifting and stuff like that will kind of cross over from the pain that I'm feeling at the moment. And after I leave the gym, it's like, oh
Yeah.
man, go home, relax, and be knocked out sleep again.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We're doing it
You know what I'm
tomorrow.
saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Yes, sir.
it's moving through that, man. And one thing I also want to say to you, bro, and I'm gonna go back on that subject,
Okay.
is that the video you did when you was on stage and you was talking about your depression. I actually watched that video about 3-4 times actually.
Oh wow.
Um, and the reason I say that, man, I'm proud of you for that. I watch it because it's not too many people that can actually get up and speak on it, and it's just let it pour out, without having to, oh well, I need sympathy from you all. I just want to get this out so that instead of it being, oh, I have a problem, and I want everybody to cry for me, and make me feel like I'm worth something. Nah, you got up there, you told your story, and you faced that crowd, head on, and that right there was kind of like the start of it for me because it's like if he can do it, I can do it.
And right.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that you're showing that way. Not only speaking on it, you're showing it. And I mean, why not jump on board, man? And there's one reason I go back and look at these videos that we post, whether it be workouts or um, thoughts of the day or anything like that, man. Scriptures, anything. It makes you go back and read it twice because you definitely wanted to not only be about you, you wanted to be the forefront of your situation every time. Let this word speak for itself. Let me push this in the front of the situation and it's going to handle the battle. But the thing about it is, you got to help fight back too. You can't just work for you. You got to put in work, and that goes for anything.
Yeah.
Everything that you do, you got to put in work. I don't care what it is. Cleaning your house, you got to put in work. You cooking, you got to put in work. Getting up, going to the gym, you got to put in work. You got to get out your bed, you got to put your clothes on, brush your teeth, wash your face. You're always putting in work. And some people don't want to put that work in, man. I mean, we can't do it for them. You see what I'm saying? We can show you, but we can't do it for you, man. That's why you got hands, you got eyes, you got ears, you got everything I got, So, I'm glad we just overcoming this process, man, and moving forward,
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm glad we overcome it, man, bro. I'm proud of you, though. For real, dog. Seriously.
I appreciate it, bro.
You came a long way since you reconnected and just, not just the gym, and just mentally, physically, all that, spiritually. Even when you do make it, we still connect on a regular basis. I'm proud of you, man. I'm just happy to be a part of your journey, man. It's just amazing. We're going to do more stuff together. Y'all wait and see.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, rocking the crowd. Appreciate that. I'm here too.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
my bad. Yeah.
No, you're good. This goes to my next question. With it being, at this time, the video was being presented, it's after Christmas and it's New Year's. So a lot of times during the holidays, you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, you got New Year's, you got Valentine's Day. A lot of guys are dealing with that seasonal depression, pretty much. My next question is, what advice would you give a guy who's actually going through that process of seasonal depression?
Okay. My bad. Say it again.
Oh, okay. I'll say it again.
My bad.
I saying pretty much it's the holiday season, right? Mm-hmm. So you got Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Valentine's Day, all within back to back. And it was just normally called as seasonal depression. My question is, what advice do you give a guy who's actually going through that process right now, feeling that way?
You know what? Take your time. You know, you men out there, you women out there, anybody that's going through this, take your time. This is not something that happens overnight or something you're gonna get over overnight. You know, Here I am, months later, I still go through the same things. It's just I'm in a better position to handle them. So, for you people out there that think that it can't be done, it can be. You just got to put in that work. Find you a good support team. Put people around you that has good vibes and that's going to help you succeed and get to that next level. Like I always tell people, keep climbing that ladder. I don't care what happens. If rain hit you, snow hit you, sleet, keep climbing that ladder. That's all we got to look forward to is to keep going up. Don't look down because once you look down, that's it. You don't want to look down. So, my advice to the next man is just stay strong. Put forth that effort. You know, Whatever you may need, reach out to the people that love you the most. Even if you gotta call us. Or reach out to us, or anybody that's in this situation or that's in the means to help. And like I said, my phone is always open. I'm pretty sure he's always open. If you need to contact us, that's it's nothing to it. We're here to listen and we're here to uplift. So let's keep this going.
Agree. And let me add to that. As far as seasonal depression, I'm one of the ones who, in the grieving process, who lost two important people a couple of years ago. So the holiday really hits me hard, like certain moments and certain songs and certain memories. So I'm gonna give you the advice that I'm giving myself on a daily basis. It's okay to take it one day at a time. It's okay to take it 1 hour, 1 second. It's okay to have those moments. It's okay to cry. It's okay to reach out to people. Hey, I'm going through this. Can we take a drive? Hey, can you live? Whatever you do, whatever your outlet is. It's okay to not be okay. Just keep pushing forward, no matter what that looks like for you. Not gonna tell you, oh man, you gotta get through it. No, if you want to sit in the situation and have that moment, just all along, just keep going. Just keep pressing. Keep going. You made it to another day. You made it for another hour. You made it for another second. Just keep pushing, y'all. The whole another year. And that goes to my next question. What are you looking forward to next year?
A break. Say no. To be honest with you, man, um, I think a lot of people put a New Year resolution on it. Um, I really don't have a New Year's resolution. I just think to myself, make this year better than last. And by any means possible, I ain't gonna kill myself trying to do it. But I'm gonna let God lead the way. I have my faith, I have my beliefs, and one thing I'm gonna do is just pray that this next year will be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We all strive, we all do better, and we all make it out of this thing alive and as healthy as can be, man. That's all I pray for. Like I said, I don't need to have all the money in the world. I don't have to have a million friends, but as long as I got my crew and my family and everything else that's around it, I'm happy. 2021, I think is going to be a start of a new regime, man. I just want us all to come together and be the best men that we can be, here on earth. Um, and just do what we can, you know. We are powerful. And just like that lion that's behind you, man, he's letting you know we're gonna stand strong. This is what I do. I may be fierce, I may be a king. I mean, I still got this though. I still got some heart. And it's gonna go out to the people that, believe, the people that put their trust in me, man. I really give my all, and that's one reason why I burn myself all the time because I just want us all to be happy. So in 2021, I'm gonna go ahead and claim it. We all gonna be happy, bro. We all gonna be healthy,
Like that.
you
Like that.
know.
Like that. 2021 is going to be a good year. No matter if we still in COVID, whatever, lockdown, whatever, we can still make it a good year. Take your time, guys. Um, so before you go, any last words you want to give advice to any guys, all the guys out there, pretty much.
Whew. Let me tell you this. Um, I have I have different I have a lot of different friends. I mean, ones that I'm really close with, the others, we might just talk every now and then. So I deal with a lot of different personalities. Um, One thing I can say is that, if it wasn't for you, wasn't for my family, um, my daughter, everybody keeps me strong, man. And to be honest with you, even though I feel like giving up, I'm not. And that's the thing about it. You can feel like giving up all you want. Just stay on that right path. We are kings, we are queens, and everything in between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and this interview, man, it really brings out, the best of me because it gives me a chance to talk, man. It gives me a chance to relate to some of these people out here in the world. It gives me a chance to recognize real, man.
Hmm.
And I've seen all the other episodes, and one thing I can say is that we all go through things. We're all human. We all have emotions. We all have feelings. We all have thoughts and dreams. And I'm not going to sit here and say your dreams can't come true because they can. It's all up to you, you
So
know?
true. Yeah. So true. Appreciate you, brother. Again, everybody, this is season finale. I had to do it big and bring my brother on board. I want to say thank you for everyone that's been listening to the podcast, been watching the podcast. It's been super amazing. This is episode 25. 25 weeks in a row. We've been going strong. I appreciate y'all love. Appreciate y'all support. We taking a break after this.
Hey, man. Hey,
It's
it's
been
it's the way to go, man. But one thing
yeah,
I say, uplift kings, brother.
yeah.
I'm glad you got this thing started, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And I mean, for many years to come, I hope we, get a hold of a lot more people, to come in cahoots with this process and organization, man. Let's make it happen, and let's keep this fight going.
Oh yeah. Definitely, definitely. Guys, stay tuned. Season two will be coming springtime of 2021. Our film process in 2 weeks. But again, thank you guys so much, bro. Before you leave, tell the audience where to find you, where to locate you for our social media, anything like that.
Like I said, Vaughn's Auto. It's the name of my mechanic business. You can reach out to me at Kavon 727 Leo on Instagram or K Burton on Facebook. You want to shoot me an email, Kavon6916 at gmail.com. Either way, you can get a hold of me. So feel free to hit me up or hit us up, and let's get this thing going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And to all the kings, remember, you are worth it. Remember, walk with your head up high. Remember, you have a purpose. Even if you don't know it yet, that's okay. You are worth it. Your heart is still beating. I hope you guys have a great, safe holiday. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. And thank you guys so much for your amazing, amazing support. Season two will be coming soon in 2021. I keep you guys updated. And we are
What's going on, world? This is Kavon. Believe you called me on episode 12 of Uplift Kings. I'm here today to speak to you about a quick little message about depression, stress, mental breakdown, things of that nature. One thing I can say as a person that still kind of floats through it every now and then is just to keep pushing. Because once you get settled into depression, it's really hard to get out, especially without a support team. So let these things be known. Let these people help you. Get the help you need. Don't sit back and wait on it. It's not going to happen. You have to put in some effort. And for me, I put in effort every day. But guess what? It's also things to knock us down. But you know what I do? I keep going. So don't let these things fool you. Don't let these things hurt you. Today is better than yesterday. And so on and so on. These things that we have in this world to bring us down and stress us out, hey, that's why they're here. They're here to play tricks on you. So you got to be above it. And every day climb that ladder to success. You got it. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. This is why I do this. I get up early in the morning and go to the gym and put that time in. I mean, and even overtime, just to let you know, just to show you that it could be done. It can happen. This is what happens when you put your mind to it. And don't get it twisted. I still struggle with some things, but hey, I keep moving. And as you can see, I don't have a sad face. And I'm a little under the weather right now, and I'm still pushing. So that just lets you know you can too. So keep pushing in your life. And whatever you do, uplift the rest of the world, our brothers and sisters. But most importantly, uplift our kings. Y'all be easy.